Good afternoon. Welcome back to Cuesta softball. We have your Cougars currently leading the visiting Coalinga Falcons 4-0. And we are in the top of the fourth. Cougars, or bottom of the fourth. Cougars at the top of their lineup, my mistake. Full count right now to Kylan Parker, the all conference second baseman. He hits it straight to third. And Ayana Lopez picks it up. Parker is down 5-3, one out. And the batter is Haley Halford, the center fielder. Takes strike on the outside corner. Pitcher Janessa Sanchez for the Falcons. Base hit, and the speedy Halford's going to beat that one out. No, just got her out. A bang bang play. So that's two down. And the batter is Addison Finnegan.
Third baseman, Addison Finnegan.
Finnegan pops the first pitch back over the grandstand. And swing strike two. 0-2 count for Finnegan. Two down for the Cougars in the bottom of the fourth. They've scored in all three of the first three innings. And will not score in the fourth. As Finnegan caught looking. Cougars down in order for the first time today. And Coalinga will be starting off with Cisneros, Gonzalez, and Romero. So 6, 7, 8 coming up for the Falcons. And they will be facing, of course, the starter Shelby Griffiths. She's gone the whole way. So it's a beautiful day out here in San Luis Obispo. Some scattered low clouds, high clouds around. And the wind that normally comes down Highway 1, as you can see out in left field, the flag is still. So it's a nice, balmy Saturday for a doubleheader.
Leading off for the Falcons here in the fifth inning, Bree Cisneros. Second base.
There's the second baseman, Brianna Cisneros. She takes outside, ball one. And same spot, ball two. Alexis Cisneros taking all the way. Strike down the pipe, 2-1. Top of the fifth, she lost one. That's going to be foul. And it's a 2-2 count. Cisnero fights one off. Cisneros just bloops one in between second or short and third for a base hit, and she's on the at first base.
Gonzalez.
And here's Susanna Gonzalez. And takes strike one. And another one just out of the reach. Third baseman Finnegan. So 2 hits in a row. And for the first time in the game, Falcons look like they're threatening.
Lupita Romero.
So runners at first and second as Coach Janelle Guanano goes out there and have a little chat. Get the team on the same page. First time that the Falcons have been threatening. And Romero, one of the better hitters on the Falcons.
Standing left fielder, Lupita Romero.
And she gets the squeeze bunt, gets it off. Cougars go for the out. So 1 down, 2 runners in scoring position.
Riley Williams.
The batter is Riley Williams. Williams hitting 174 on the season. And she'll get an RBI right there on a 4-3 putout. Cougars get the out, allow the run to score. And Coalinga is on the board. So 2 down. Runner on third.
Alex.
And the batter is Alex McDonald. All low in the dirt, ball 1. Donald's the leadoff. She's 1 for 2 on the day. And she'll pop this one up in foul territory. That'll be strike 1. 1-1, McDonald. The Cuesta pitcher Shelby Griffith has gone the whole way so far. Here we are in the 5th inning. First time she's really been challenged by the Falcons. And hard hit ground ball. Plus the first baseman Maddie Shadell is right there. Easy pickup. 3 unassisted. And the Cougars come up in the bottom of the 5th. So right now, Cougars 4, Falcons 1. Quest will be sending up Boyd, Shadell, and Burt. So leading off for the Cougars will be all-conference shortstop Daniel Boyd. Boyd is batting cleanup all season this year. He's coming in with a team best .425 batting average, and among her 34 hits are 16, almost half of them for extra bases, including 5 home runs, which is tied for the team high. And she has driven up 35 runs so far this year. And she's been hitting the cleanup all season for the Cougars.
Leading off for Cuesta here in the bottom of the 5th, Daniel Boyd.
Boyd played mostly third base last year, moved over to short this year. And she's got a lot of that one, and that is a home run. So Daniel Boyd with her 6th home run of the year. And that was a no-doubter. The batter now, Maddie Shadell. So Cougars now up 5-1. Maddie Shadell at the plate. And she'll take strike 1 on the outside corner. Same spot, same call. 0-2 to Shadell. Delivery from Sanchez outside. Trying to lure Shadell to chase one just outside from where the other two were. Shadell starts off with her foot in the bucket, steps in. And that's going to get just maybe. We'll see what the official scorer is going to call that. And they're going to give that a hit. So that was tough. Backpedaling there was Romero. And it ended up being a tough play, especially with where the sun is right now. So they're going to give her a hit. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Brielle Burt. So runner on first. With a tough chance there, the shortstop Romero looking up in the sun, backpedaling, and the ball that was drifting away. So yeah, there's a tough chance for her to have gotten it. And so they've called it a hit. Right now it's 0-2 to Burt. The Cougars hoping to put a big inning this frame. And that's outside, that's 1-2. Good discipline there by Burt, not chasing that outside strike, just outside. For ball 1. That's fouled back out of play, out of the facility actually, into the street. Count remains 1-2. Delivery from Sanchez. That's another high fly, but playable. And Gonzalez makes a catch in right. That's one down for the Cougars.
Now batting left fielder Brooklyn Neenan.
And here's a left fielder, Brooklyn Neenan. Ball low and inside. And right down the pipe right there. Sanchez putting some pretty good heat. Fastball down the middle. And it's 1-1. High strike. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Same place, 2-2. Neenan caught looking, and that's 2 down for the Cougars.
Abby Holler.
So here's all conference outfielder Abby Holler. She takes strike one. And 1-1 high and away. Sanchez, Janessa Sanchez, the pitcher for the Falcons, really relies on that hard fastball. And rise ball 2-1. Sanchez into the windup. And it's 2-2, swing and a miss. Delivery from Sanchez. And that's called strike 3. Holler's not happy about it. She felt that it was a little bit outside, but it was belt-high fastball.
Cuesta picks up another run.
And Cougars get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1 on. And Groover, Laughlin, and Lopez will be due up for Coalinga. After today, the Cougars playing 2 against Coalinga today. Game 1 right now. Cougars are still currently up 5-1 in the 6th. Cuesta will go back to their Western State Conference schedule next week. Both games on the road at Short drive down to Allen Hancock in Santa Maria on Tuesday,
Catcher Nelly Gruber.
and then down to Ventura on Thursday. Cougars will be back home on April 15th. Make sure you do your taxes by then. They'll host Santa Barbara before heading down to Woodland Hills to LA Pierce, and they'll end conference play on April 22nd. Also on the road in Santa Monica. And that should be a positive way to end their conference schedule. They beat the Corsairs 26-2 when the Corsairs came to San Luis Obispo. And they'll wrap up their regular season on April 24th with a doubleheader with Citrus. So April 24th will be the final day. That'll be sophomore day, so make sure you mark your calendar. April 24th out here at Cuesta. And Gruber just popped out to second base. And the batter is now Brighton Lofton. She lofts one up. And that's another infield pop-up, P6. Easy play for Boyd. So 2 down.
Third baseman Ayana Lopez.
And here's the third baseman, Ayana Lopez. Lopez takes the ball. Lopez 0 for 2 on the day. With the 2-0 count right now. Count to Lopez. She is the Falcons' cleanup hitter here, batting fourth in the lineup. And she lets one pass, strike one. Lopez taking all the way right there. 3-1 count. 3-2 count. So Lopez went from 3-0 to 3-2 real quick as Griffiths kind of comes back. Lopez sneaks one through the infield. And she's on first base. So the Cougars still kind of playing a bend but don't break offense right here, defense right now. They've given up 6 hits. Cougars have 9, but Cougars have 5 runs, and the Coalinga Falcons only have 1. So 2 down, and the batter is Esme Zuniga Romero, who chops one over the third baseman Finnegan over to Shadell, and that takes us to the bottom of the 6th. So, top of the 6th. or they will complete the game in the 7th.
Sky Frutel.
So here's Sky Frutel. He's 1 for 2 today with an RBI. And takes strike 1. One and one. A little high and outside. Patel is Cougars' designated player. Batting for the pitcher, Shelby Griffith. And she pops one up. It's playable. That's going to be the shortstop, Esme Zuniga Romero. Settle underneath it for the out. Now back to the top of the Cougars lineup.
Kylan Parker.
Second base is Kylan Parker. With 1 down. Little inside, ball 1. And just outside, ball 2. A 2-0 count to Parker. And that's high again. Little rise ball, 3-0. I think you can expect to see Parker taking all the way here. And she does, and it's low and inside, ball 4. A little mound conference right here. Sanchez is easily the Falcons' ace. She's pitched 86 of 148 innings this year, including about a strikeout per inning and an 8-6 winning record for a team that's 9-15 overall.
Now batting center fielder Haley Halford.
Here comes delivery from Sanchez. That's outside, ball 1. Parker is a threat to steal, and Halford at the plate is one of the fastest players on campus. Ball 2. Mentioned 2-time all-conference soccer player for the Cougars and all-conference outfielder last year. She can cover a lot of ground, whether it be on the pitch or in the outfield. And she's going to be very tough. They're not going to be able to double her up this time. So fielder's choice. Gets Parker out at first. That's 2 down. With Finnegan at the plate.
Addison Finnegan.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Halford going here. But with Finnegan and Boyd coming up, the 3-4-5 duo for the Cougars. It's sharply down the line, but foul. It's a 1-1 count. Finnegan takes a called strike on the outside corner. She disagrees with the call, smiles, shrugs it off, and gets back in the box. And now 2-2, and there's delayed steal by Halford, and no chance to get her there. So we got a runner in scoring position now. Twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. And off the bag. So an RBI. RBI for Finnegan. And they're going to give her a double on that. There's no play to be made at second, so there's an easy double and an easy run scored for Halford. And that brings it up to 6-1. And here's Daniel Boyd. Boyd homered last time up. Takes ball 1 outside. They're pitching very carefully to Boyd now. They don't want to allow a home run. That could put us to, I'd put the winning run at the plate if that happened with the 8-run run rule. If they give Boyd another pitch he can handle and knock out of the park. And they do, and that is also gone. So maybe they weren't going to pitch her too carefully. As Boyd hits her second home run in her last 2 at-bats. And that's going to put us at 8-1. The softball run rule is 8 runs after 5 innings. And so that makes the potential winning run Maddie Shadell at the plate.
Now batting Maddie Shadell.
Otherwise, we'll be going into the 7th inning. So a big day for Daniel Boyd. Shadell's got a 1-1 count. Inside at the knees, 1-2. To Shadell. Ground ball to shortstop. And Shadell legs it out for a base hit, infield base hit. Romero did have to go in the hole. As a long throw, Shadell legs it out. And Cougars have a runner on first, 2 outs. And the catcher, Brielle Burt, at the plate.
Brielle Burt.
Well, 1 outside. And 1-1. Belt high fastball. And that's going to drop for a single. That may. Oh. Coach Janelle Guadagno. Held up Shadell. And then. But Shadell would have easily made it home if they're on that errant throw. But luckily, it was a good backup. But if Shadell had not slowed down to stop at third, would have been a run. And here's Brooklyn Neenan. 8-1. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. Pop foul back into the grandstand. Janessa Sanchez tries to close out this game and get her team one more round at bat in the top of the 7th. That's a pop-up, playable, and the catch made by Brighton Lofton at first. And we will have a 7th inning now.
Cuesta picks up 3, now leads 8-1.
Cougars added 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave a pair on. And for the Falcons, it'll be Cisneros, Gonzalez, and Romero as we go to the top of the 7th. So top of the 7th, Coalinga will be sending up their 6, 7, 8 batters, starting off with Brianna Cisneros.
Leading off here in the top of the 7th for the Falcons, Bree Cisneros.
That's the pitcher, Shelby Griffith. Looking to add another complete game to her collection. It's strike 1. Griffith came into the game at 6-6, 500 on the year. She's thrown 9 complete games so far. This will be her 10th. If she can close it out. Little flare into center field. And the game is extended. Cisneros with a single. And the batter is Susana Gonzalez.
Susana Gonzalez.
change.
Caitlin Pugh coming in to run for Cisneros.
So Caitlin Pugh running at first for Cisneros. And a low strike, but called strike. On Gonzalez. And a foul off. Strike 2. So again, Griffith with an 0-2 count. Ground ball to Shadell. She takes it herself. And Pugh running on contact. Made it to second, so runner in scoring position.
Now batting Ava Carlton.
And substitution is number 20, Ava Carlton, will be pinch hitting. Runner on second. She pops one out to short. And Boyd collects it. And it's 2 away. Pugh still at second. And the batter is Riley Williams. Ball 1. And strike 1. Big cut there by Williams. Trying to extend the game a bit. And 1-2. The Coalinga Falcons down to the last out. Runner in scoring position. And Shelby Griffith's pitching just as hard as she was in the first inning. A lot of confidence with an 8-1 lead right now. Tries a little changeup outside. Williams holds off, and it's 2-2. Williams continues his battle, fouls it back off into the screen. And the bottom of the scoreboard, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, all 2s. Cougars hold an 8-1 lead here in the top of the 7th. And that strikeout does it. A little bit of a change up there by Griffith. And the Cougars take game 1 of today's doubleheader with the Coalinga Falcons with an 8-1 victory.
12 hits. Cuesta wins the first game, 8-1. Second game will start in about a half an hour.
Cougars.
It's sophomore recognition day today at Cuesta. With this, we invite the family
8 runs on 13 hits, no errors.
to honor our sophomores.
And for Coalinga, 1 run on 7 hits, no errors. So an error-free game for both teams. But the Cougars, decisive victory, 8-1.
The West Coast Coalinga sophomores here today: Natalie Molina, Susana Gonzalez, Lupita Romero, and Ayana Lopez. And in the words of Coach Janelle, to our fans, on behalf of the entire team, I want to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude for your unwavering support throughout the season. Your cheers, encouragement, and belief in us have meant the world. Whether you were in the stands, watching from afar, or cheering us through social media, your presence has been felt every step of the way. To the sophomores, I would like to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude for your hard work, commitment, dedication to the team this season. Your efforts both on and off the field have truly made an impact, and I couldn't be prouder of how you've grown as players and fantastic people. Your passion for the game and your willingness to push yourself to be the best are qualities that not only help our team succeed, but also set an example for your teammates. It's players like you who make coaching such a rewarding experience. I can't wait to see all your accomplishments that are ahead of you. Thank you for all the laughs and trusting the staff to lead you. Remember, once a Cougar, always a Cougar. And now to introduce the 6 sophomores. First one up, Abigail Holler, number 1. You got to push. We're herding cats here, the parents and families. We need you on the field. I think we're ready now. First sophomore being recognized, Abigail Holler, number 1. Oh, never mind, not yet. Come on, Abigail, where are you? Abigail, step up, step out. There we go, there's Abigail Holler, number 1. Abigail hails from Paso Robles. And these are her words today for her. She's walking out with her parents. And her plan for next year is a transfer to continue education in zoology, begin internships at our local wildlife rehabilitation centers here on the coast. And a shout out, she'd like to thank her parents, friends, family, and girlfriend for the endless support throughout my time playing. Abigail Holler. Number 2, Haley Halford. Haley hails from Pleasant Hill, California, and is joined today by Mom Heidi and Dad Chris. Haley's plan next year is going to Colorado State University in Fort Collins, where she plans to get a bachelor's degree in communication. Her quote, while I'm there, I hope to keep playing sports any way I can, spend a lot of time snowboarding, and explore Colorado. Her shout-outs, I'd first like to thank my mom for being the best coach I've ever had. I'd also like to thank all the teammates I've had throughout the years who have shaped me as a person and a player. I'd especially like to thank my Cuesta teammates who helped me fall back in love with softball again. Next up, Maddie Shadell, number 5. Maddie hails from Central Point, Oregon, and is walking today with Mom Maura Lee, Dad Jason, and her grandmother Shirley. Her plans for next year, completing psych degree at a 4-year university and pursue a career in law enforcement. And her shout outs, I want to shout out to all the girls and coaches in the Cuesta program for welcoming me in and taking a chance on me. This team has made softball fun again. No matter the good or bad, getting to play softball at Cuesta and living in SLO has been one of my greatest blessings. Maddie Shadell. Next up, number 10, Kylan Parker. Kylan Parks from Hauula, Hawaii, is walking today with her mom, Justina, sisters, Kulani and Jayla Lori, her tutu, Guy Lynn, and Papa Hulu. Her plans for next year, as of right now, she's still undecided. She's got a full crowd out there with her today. Her shout out to all my family and friends for all the support and being real ones no matter what. Shout out to the Boyd family for taking me in as their own. I will forever be thankful for all you guys do. Shout out to my mom for sharing her passion for the game with me and being the biggest part of the player I've become. Roll Cougs. Kylan Parker. Next up is Skylar Frutel, number 11 from Calistoga, California. She is walking out on the field with her parent Jen and Doug, sisters Hayden and Lola, grandparents Eileen and Phil, boyfriend Jaden, cousins Leah and Will, and nieces Willow and Liliana. Willow and Liliana look like future players, don't they? Her plans for next year is to continue her nursing prerequisites at Napa Valley Junior College. Shout out, I would first like to give a big thanks to my family for being my support system. I want to give a huge thanks to my mom for teaching me that you can win any battle you put your mind to, whether it is big or small. She's a true warrior, and I constantly admire her strength. I would also like to give a shout out to my coaches for always pushing me, and a special shout out to Coach Teddy for being my rock throughout the last 2 years. I will forever use all the lessons you have taught me, Teddy, and will miss our TED Talks dearly. Skylar Patel. And our final sophomore here this afternoon, number 14, Dania Boyd. Born and raised down the road here in Los Osos. The only information I have is she's walking out today with family and friends. Too many to be counted. Dania's plan for next year's Cal Poly graduation in the spring of 2026, continuing coaching at Aspire and Morro Bay High School. Her shout out would like to thank Mom and Dad for being the biggest supporters, Reese and Marshall for coming to every home game, Vicky and Sheila for all the years of mentorship, the Cougar coaching staff for always believing in me and giving me a place to thrive, and most importantly, teammates for making this last season unforgettable. Special shout out to Riptide Softball and Rev Slow for being the best gym ever. Roll Cougs. Dania Boyd, number 14. Give another big round out and applause for the support that these sophomores have made to this program for the last 2 years. Coaching never ends. There's Coach Janelle. Let's thank Coach Janelle as well for her leadership and continued leadership for the fine program she continues to lead here at Cuesta. Take a short break. Second game this afternoon will start in probably 20 to 30 minutes. Thank you.